I just want to introduce y'all to the Jim Job Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Sean T. Stewart.
Get your brooms.
This is my co-host, A. Smith.
Get your brooms.
Huh?
Sweet.
Gucci. Yo, we come through the A.
Hold on.
You feel me? Huh? Hit that. Yeah. Happy Father's Day to the brothers of Omega Psi Phi. Yeah. Hey man, I just had to give a light introduction, man. Like I said, man.
It feel like that's the only thing. The only thing that come out of Atlanta is just music, ain't it?
That's it. And look, man.
Stinks.
Look, all Atlanta got. Here's all Atlanta got. Y'all got trap music. Mm-hmm. Y'all got brunch.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Magic City. Good food.
Y'all got good. Y'all got wings. Y'all got Magic City. Y'all got wings. Y'all got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all got the club scene. That's all y'all got though, bro. Cause I'm gonna tell you something right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you what we got. See, we got football, the stuff we actually come to do on Sundays. Yeah. We got that part. You know what I'm saying? What we get, what folks get paid to do. You know what I'm saying? You know the stuff that, like, the reason why you went to the stadium to go watch the game. You know what I'm saying? We do that. We do that.
Yeah.
And it's cool that y'all don't want to do that. It's cool. Y'all vibes. Y'all brunch. Go get you a mimosa with your shorty. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the football stuff. Don't worry. We got that. We gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit the road on 85. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about the real football team, you can come up to Mint Street. You feel me? Anytime you feel free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look, it's all good. Ain't nothing but like good 2.5, 3 hours. I mean, it's a quick trip.
Yeah.
You can make it up. You know what I'm saying? Gas it up. Gas price maybe a little steep right now. I understand that. But you got it. I know you got it, big dog. You in the A. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all tricking out there anyway. Come on now. Tricked off the victory. And that's exactly what y'all did yesterday. Tricking off victories. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Now, granted, we ain't gonna talk too loud about tricking off victories, but we'll get to that later. But in the NFL, we're gonna talk about them good old Atlanta Falcons, sweepings, broomsticks.
Yeah. Man, look though, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Bring them out. You know what I'm saying? But on a serious note, what a damn victory by those boys yesterday.
Absolutely.
That was. We've seen them do it a couple times now, and it's still amazing every time I see it done. But this was the game we had been begging for. This was the one. This was the magnum opus game of Bryce Young again in that stadium. But we saw T-Mac get going. We saw Xavier Legette get going. We saw Jalen Coker get going. Things we knew that were possible against a good passing defense. I'll give credit to them. They do have a good passing defense over there. But man, what a performance, dog! A week removed from people calling for Bryce Young's job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was the loudest one. I was the loudest one last week. After that Saints game, I was the loudest one. The loudest. And rightfully so.
Rightfully so. I can't even act like that was it was unprovoked. I like the critique that he got. One thing I will say is that, man, look, bro, it's still a learning process. It's still a learning process, and this team is wildly inconsistent. There's nothing wrong with like saying these things. Like, we're learning how to win. This team is inconsistent, hence why we're 6-5. If we were a little bit more consistent, you may be what? You may be 7-4. You may be 8-3 if you were a little bit more consistent. You know what I'm saying? So this team is still figuring it out, man. Kudos to Bryce Young and his toughness, though. I mean, he gutted that one out yesterday. If anybody had any questions about whether he was going to lay it on the line for his team, all of that should be answered. All of that should be nullified. Nobody should be able to say anything about Bryce Young and what he's willing to do to go win football games. I didn't think he was going to finish the game yesterday, truth be told. The amount of times you saw that ankle get stepped on, and he's tough, dog. For a guy that size, people question his durability coming in, but for a guy that size, he has done nothing but shatter all of those notions. But but like,
only thing I ask with Bryce, man, just be careful with that, dog. Be careful with that, because recently we had franchise. Yes, I'm throwing in franchise. We have had franchise quarterback that wants to play through injuries, bro. Man, if it ain't worth it, if you want to be here for a long time, man, we want to keep, for right now, the way you trend towards, if you can do this consistently, Bryce, we want you here for a very long time. Which means, man, if You got to sit it out. You got to sit it out. But damn it, we had to get this win against Atlanta. I'm sorry, brother. With one leg, one ankle, whatever you have, you know. So rest on it. Put some ice on it. Elevate it. Something. You feel me? Don't go outside in that cold weather. Cause once that cold weather hit that bone, boy, it's over with. Damn. Press some good showing, Bryce. Way to shut me the hell up. I was your loudest. I was your biggest hater for the past week, man. Yeah. It was bad in the group chat. It was real bad, bro.
It was not
real
great.
Bad.
It was not ideal. It was not ideal, man. But here's the thing, though, right? They'll probably never get off of that type of timing with the rest of the fan base. Like that. Hey, I don't even think it should change even with you and your critiques. I'm like, bro, like I think all we want to do is see this consistently. All we want to do, not 400 yards. We're not obviously not 400 yards. You're not going to get that consistently, but just the showing of looking like a franchise QB, and that's what that looked like yesterday. Like that, like whether he is or whether he isn't, I can't answer that right now. But what we saw yesterday was franchise quarterback stuff. That was the greatest passing day of a Panthers quarterback in team history.
Yeah, he broke the record.
Like, I mean, he broke the record. You feel me? You feel me? So say what you will, dog. He's already showing he's got some ability in him. Man, like we said, you know, the amount of times he's had to win games trying to come back, win an OT, you know what I'm saying, late game pushes. He's continuously showing that is where he thrives. But again, I guess the questions are going to lean towards what do we think? I mean, you got a Monday night game, you got high stakes football in November for the Carolina Panthers on the road in Santa Clara, facing the San Francisco 49ers. So
wild card spot. With Ayuk still hurt, the guy with Ricky Pearsall's, I think he's back in the loop. Christian McCaffrey, they gonna run him. Christian McCaffrey, man, they gonna use him a lot. Yeah. I think they gonna use Christian McCaffrey a lot that game, man. Honestly, man, Niners fans, there's only one thing that I can think of. That's right.
Get ready to meet him.
Ready to learn Dollar Bill. And Nello. I can't think of a song for Nello. I can't think of a name. We got to find something.
We got to find something
or something. Like, something for him.
We got to find something for him.
Bro,
but the ascension with this passing game is going to be what's going to take this to the next level. Though.
Absolutely.
I know we talked about it. Hey, spreading the ball around, getting these guys going. The one thing I wanted to see in that game against Atlanta was getting those young receivers going early. We know how receivers get. Receivers get really out of the game if they ain't touching the rock early. You even see it with A.J. Brown, who's been an All-Pro before. These guys need to touch the rock, and it goes for every single receiver that you know. Those guys need to touch the rock early. Just get a chance to fit, to get a feel of the game, and then I think you can get into the game. You can really push the game plan forward from that point on. If you found a recipe, then I think we cooking with real grease right here, man. We got something that we can move forward with, make a real playoff push with for sure.
Yeah, and also have a backup. I mean, and I guess sort of like have a backup plan with it. The teams are going to adjust now. So what we showcase against Atlanta, teams is going to look at that now, have film on it, and it's like, okay, so how are we going to slow this down? What are we going to do then? That's when you go back to your running attack. If we got the passing attack clicking, that's when you go back to the running attack, man. I promise you, they're not going to be able to handle Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard. A good 1-2 punch. I think that opens it up for that too. So,
and I thought Chuba played a good game.
Having the past couple of weeks, it's lethal, bro. We're gonna have teams guessing on their heels, man. So that's what I like about this new passing attack that we got going right now.
No, absolutely. And I thought Chuba Hubbard played well in his spots yesterday, as far as just running the rock. And I think you're going to get a game where Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle really get to have a tandem type of game. I think that's also coming as well. I think what's been the amazing part of watching Dave Canales this year is that he has gotten better at the play call. I think he's night and day. You're starting to see more of what you saw towards the end of last year. You see more of like the schematics are working. He's able to scheme it open, and I think you're seeing that you do have the guys, you have the horses. You know what I'm saying? Dollar Bill, of course, to run and make some of these plays. Jalen Coker as well. I think the further we get into the season, we've seen that Dave has different ways of winning football games, and that's what I think we didn't expect coming into this. I don't know if we expected to be able to have games where we run for 200 yards and only pass for 150 and win a game. I don't know. We thought we would have games where we throw for 400 yards and you don't even eclipse 100 yards rushing and win a football game. So I think just the multitude of ways this team has figured out how to win will pay huge dividends, because now, I mean, you know, styles make fights when you get to some of these matchups, and so now it's if you figured out that we got 3-4 different styles we can go to if need be, then yeah, like you said, once teams start to adjust, how many more adjustments can you make at that point? If you've got guys playing with confidence, you know what I'm saying, this late into the season, like, I think it's gonna pay huge dividends. Like I said, I think True was my next target in terms of, like, there is a game where he's gonna have to be big time. Him and Rico both are gonna have their day at some point.
I say it has to be next week. It has to.
Hope.
Because what other running back does Niners have outside of Chris McCaffrey? Obviously, hell, some games, because they so banged up, they had Chris McCaffrey listed as wide receiver 1 and RB1, and then I think emergency quarterback.
Yeah.
In case if Mac Jones and Purdy go down. Yeah.
And here's the thing too, though. You know, facing a Kyle Shanahan team, I know people who are to rag on Kyle Shanahan, but don't get it twisted. I have a very deep respect for Kyle Shanahan as a play caller.
Absolutely.
Because if you think the man can't call an offense ball, he's done it with 3-4 different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he's
Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy came back off injury yesterday and let it sing.
Yeah, did he?
They beat the hell out of what team? What team did they play yesterday?
I know they played Arizona. I didn't know Brock
Arizona.
Purdy came back. Okay.
Yeah, I think Purdy came back, and Brock Purdy threw. Oh, he went 19. Well, manageable game. Okay.
19-26, 200 yards, three tutties. That'll do it.
An outstanding George Kittle was their leading receiver.
And that's the problem too. You think about us, and as far as covering tight ends. Okay, we got to cover George Kittle. Then you have to deal with a guy like Kyle Juszczyk out the backfield as well. It's gonna be look. This is gonna be a game where I'm gonna look at Dave Canales and say, look, bro, these coaching matchups where you get to go up against some elite coaches, how do you fare? How do you handle that? Because I think we're obviously trying to figure out where we are as a team. You know, you ran up against the Buffalo Bills, got smacked, got packed out. You go to Lambeau and beat Matt LaFleur, who I respect as a head coach. Then you get packed out by Kellen Moore and the Saints. You go on the road and get so it's still trying to figure out, like, where are we at. I don't think we're gonna ever figure out. I think the only thing we're gonna take from this year is that we are inconsistent. That's the only thing we're gonna take. That's the only take I have from this year. We have highs that are really high. We have lows that are really low. It's trying to figure out what. I don't know if we're ever going to get to a middle this season. I think it's too late. It's 6 games left. It's not too late to find a middle. I don't think this team, just so based off its history thus far, is going to find a middle ground. It's what performance do you give me next week? Do you give me your highs of high? Or do you give me your lows of low? That's my biggest question, because I don't think we really have an answer for that, to be truth be told.
That's what makes me nervous too, because like we have that, it's even though we beat the Falcons, it's kind of Bryce's, it's kind of his thing to have his best showing against the Falcons, How we look after that? Because these next 6 games, we talked about this, we brought this topic up, man. It's contract time. Like, it is a tough thing though. Even with yesterday's showing, does that still convince Dan Morgan should Bryce Young get paid? Like contract. A contract, oof. A contract is tough for me to say. If I had to guess, I'd say Bryce has he's earned a 5th year. He's earned that 5th year extension. Now he's only in year 3, but that 5th year extension is getting put down on that. I think you do that regardless. I think it's just because this team is improving. Now, obviously, we know as high as it gets, it can get as low as possible. And in these 6 games, these are not easy opponents. You have obviously the 49ers coming up on Monday Night Football. You follow that. You follow that up with the game against the Rams. Then you have a bye week. Yeah. So yeah,
And so it's pretty damn tough to
I ain't
figure
know
out.
we had the Rams this year. Oh.
So it's tough. So it's tough sled. Now, say for example, you win one of these next 2 games.
Yeah.
Well, you're 7-6.
That's a test. That's a good test, man.
If you get to 7-6, then you have the Saints, the Bucks, Seahawks, and the Bucks again. Chance the division's right there in front of you.
Ooh.
But it ain't easy.
This right here is good for the resume though. This is good. This is a good argument though. The agent, like, look, man, whatever the high agent saw, my client here, he got you a dub against the Niners, got you a dub against the Rams, all playoff teams. Close out strong against the Bucks. If Bryce can get us dubs, Bucks tough. Bucks is tough. Bucks is real tough.
Bucks is tough, but the Bucks are beatable. I'm not, but the same. I know we can. The Bucks are a beatable team. They are. They kind of have been all year. Now whether we can do it is that's to be determined. But they are beatable. I don't go into that game scared of the Bucks. I kind of go into that game scared of us. Like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna perform?
Yeah.
Look, if Bryce gets to if you make the playoffs, Bryce is secure. Truth be told, if you want to know my honest opinion, Bryce is secure to me regardless. I'm good with Bryce Young. I don't think there's a quarterback coming that's saving you. I don't think you're willing to wait on the next guy either, because you do. I just always think that once you go get a new quarterback, you have to reset all the expectations. There is no playoffs. There is none of that. You have to start from ground zero and build it back up. That the mistake we made when we got Bryce was that we thought that we were going to plug him in and we were going to just be able to continue what we did in 22. That's not how the NFL works at all. Totally different rosters. You switched head coaches. You switched quarterbacks. You switched everything. So the idea of that was always nonsense. But I'm cool. I'm cool with rolling with Bryce Young. I understand where his pitfalls are. I understand where his highs can be. If he never showed me any of the highs, I couldn't get with it. But he showed me he can game manage. He showed me he can take over. I'm cool. What else do I really need to see? I mean, now obviously consistency is what I need to see. Yeah. Of course. But I just know it's there.
And that's where I come in. I just it got to be consistency with me. Right now, I mean, honestly, Bryce is the best option right now because I don't see a quarterback coming in just doing a thing like that. I'd rather just roll with Bryce for right now. Only thing just got me nervous is if this can be consistent. That's just really it for me. It's don't throw for 448, yesterday, but you're throwing for 150, 168 again against the Niners. Unless it's a good day. If it's a good day rushing, bro, I don't give a damn. I know I'm not the biggest Bryce fan, but if the running game run over 250 yards and we get a dub, I don't care. Dub is a dub to me.
You feel me?
This towards playoff. It's going on 10 years now. I need a playoff. I need something. You feel me? But as a long-term answer, yeah, I mean, I'm just on wait-and-see mode with Bryce. I hate to say it. Like we said, I think these final 6 games will be a good argument, good talking point for his client to get this option and get a deal done. Get a deal.
Absolutely.
Don't break the bank. I'm not saying Bryce is break the bank worthy, but I would say he's good enough. Let's get a deal that both parties can be satisfied.
We all can be satisfied with. But I think realistically, I think everybody should know that though. I think Bryce and his representation should understand that. Look, you haven't played to that level consistently to get that type of payday. The Panthers also got to understand too is that like you're gonna have to kind of overpay. You're gonna have to overpay to an extent for the guy because that's what the market says you have to do. So it's just figuring out that happy medium. I don't know what that number is. It ain't my pockets. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to win.
I do. That's all I want to do. You feel me? That's all I want to do. Like I said, man. I guess final thoughts on the Panthers are like you've been saying. Find that consistency with Nalo, XL, and Coker. Can we carry that on to week to week? We just need to find like you said, finding the middle ground for that unit. Defensively, I would say, good God, we need a pass rusher. Goodness gracious. Yeah. We didn't talk much about this defense, because we won. But kudos, let me say this. Kudos, because that defense held it down in the second half. As bad as that first half was, they held it down.
Nick scoring, man. Gotta get your flowers. But before I forget, Nick scoring, we gotta get your flowers, man. I think we found that edge. I was critical about this defense this past offseason in the process of having T-Mac, which thank God we drafted T-Mac. Man, I'm your biggest. T-Mac, I'm your biggest fan, bro. I promise you. I promise you I'm your biggest fan. Thank you. But Nick scoring, I am a fan of you too, bro.
Boy,
thank you. Whoever 53 was, knocking heads off too.
Oh my gosh, Sherrillis.
Yeah, Sherrillis.
Claude and Sherrillis.
Yeah.
And I talk crazy about Bird during the game. I can't even sit there in front. It was early in that game. I was like, that first half, to be fair, it was the first half. I was talking crazy about all y'all boys. Y'all didn't give me much to go off of. But that second half, though, boys started, you know what I'm saying? Putting that thing. Yeah. And shout out Roseboom as well, dog. I mean, bro, and Cam said this in our chat, bro. He was like, every time there's a play that needs to be made on that defense, somehow Christian Roseboom is somewhere around there making a play on 4th and short, 3rd and short. He is around the rock, and he's been much better since they've given the green dot to Trevin Wallace. Get well soon, Trevin Wallace. I do miss you. I thought Trevin Wallace is a vital piece to what we need for this season.
I still
for sure.
want a linebacker in the draft.
Oh,
I still need a linebacker in the draft. Do not be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. I love you guys I love you guys for this year. Yeah.
As long as we keep winning, I love you. But
yes,
you know what I'm saying? Business is business. You feel me? But yeah, we still need a consistent pass rusher, dog. I do hate that we're relying on Nick Scordon and Princely to be our best edges in terms of getting pressure. And finding that is really like, want them, dog. I would love for you to come to the party and make a play.
I would say somebody in 2027 hopefully will be in play for us, and hopefully if he stays at your university, at your institution still by then. But I think he is on the way though. I think the answer opposite of Nick Scordon is on the way. I promise you.
If that
I forgot Princely's hurt, but yeah.
Yeah. But if that guy in 27 is available, yes,
spam it.
Yes.
Don't overthink it, Dan.
Actually, go get him. Go go trade him. Go get him. I don't care. I don't like. Find a way.
Yeah.
Like that is to me. That has franchise change. That one has franchise changing ability. And by that guy we're talking about Dylan Stewart from the University of South Carolina.
For now. University of South Carolina for now. Oh man.
Well, since we're here, oh man, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Yeah. South Carolina Gamecocks on the road.
All we can say is yeah. All we can do is smile. We're smiling through. There's no pain, man. There's not a shocker here. There's no no. When we say we don't care, we don't care. We've been checked out this season since Vanderbilt. When you have a coach that don't know the identity of his offense, these are the results you're gonna get. Why the new AD is sitting in the chair and just watching Beamer dim the lights, you know what I'm saying, getting this football program comfortable and just tearing it down to the ground, don't know why. This one thing, Tease, I thought about this. I literally thought about this yesterday when I was at work. Shane Beamer's good year is a fireable offense at other institutions. Hold on, let me let y'all think about this. Shane Beamer's eyes of a good year is fireable at other institutions. 9-4, whatever. But Shane Beamer's best year, right? Penn State firing coaches for that. LSU is firing coaches for that. Georgia would boot Kirby for that. Alabama, they fans tearing everything down in Tuscaloosa for that. Coach, what's his name? Not Coach. Mr. Donati, whatever how you say your name is. What's the hold up? For what? Him to find an OC? Cool. Go what? 7-5 next year? Close. His eyes. This fool here. Let me pull up this quote. Man. Let me show y'all. And yes, I'm 100% out on Beam. 100%.
Oh yeah,
I'm done.
I think
I'm done.
I think
Done.
both of us are on.
There's no Beamer. You got to go 11-1 for me to be satisfied with you ever again. But this is the loser mentality. This is our head coach. This is our head coach, Tease. This is our head coach. Jordan K. tweeted, Shane Beamer. We showed in the first half the team that we are in so many ways. We showed how close we are. He mentions that Alabama, Texas A&M might make the SEC championship, but South Carolina led in both fourth quarters. Come on, man. We are never going to be serious as a football program until we get a serious head coach, man. I don't care about when we're leading. It's about finishing, Bean. And that's what you suck at. You suck at it. You are the worst second half head coach in the history. God, brother, your record against SEC team is worse than Will Muschamp, and who we think is the worst head coach that walked in Columbia, South Carolina. But you, sir, you have outdid him. This is terrible. Fans will throw in your face too. Well, with Spurrier, we was ranked 6th in the nation, and then he went on a losing streak, and we didn't even make a bowl game. Coach Spurrier was a Hall of Fame head coach before he came to South Carolina. The fact that he graced us with his blessings is we should be thankful. Because we had one outstanding head coach to another outstanding head coach. He had some kind of Spurrier's Lou Holtz somehow made it work. They had like one good year where we got some national attention or whatever, something like that. And I think with Spurrier, we had like 3 good years. We had some good national attention. One, we finished in the top 5. Cool. Happened after that. Spurrier said dipped on out, but stuff got bad. I see folks talking about bringing in Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer, he gonna fake a heart. Excuse me. He gonna fake some type of medical condition. Soon stuff get bad here. Yeah. There's not one head coach that's going to go fix this program, man. We got to learn to accept. I think that's the first step. We got to accept. Or the new AD, you go get a coach that's cooking right now. You go get JMU's head coach. You go get North Texas head coach. You do that now. You make moves like that now. You try to outbid Virginia Tech for James Franklin. Because they're closing the deal right now. James Franklin's probably closing the deal right now. But if you can get on the market right now, you go get James Franklin. See if he learned his mistakes up there in Penn State. He might make it work here. If I can get 10-2 wins, if James Franklin give me 10-2 wins, and somehow if he can understand how to win big games, go give me that right now.
James Franklin will only be second to Steve Spurrier here at South Carolina with what he did at Penn
Correct.
State. They will only be second. He probably will be first because it was consistently 10 wins on top of 10 wins. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and James Franklin, I like the idea of James Franklin because James Franklin has done it in the SEC before. He did it at Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if he can do it at Vanderbilt, I am more than confident he can do it at South Carolina. I would have been on the market to go get him. I wouldn't even waste time. There's still a chance that Donati makes a decision. There are a few things I'm thinking of that are holding up this entire process. It's understanding that football is king at every athletic program across the nation, and it makes all the money. So when you make a decision like this, it reverbs everywhere. Everybody gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? So with the buyout situation, I think aren't they still paying Muschamp right now?
I believe. Well, when did Muschamp sign the deal? 2016. Ain't no way we gave him like a 10. That's like 10 years ago, dog. Ain't no way we gave him a 10.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking Muschamp was. Well, I'm just thinking when do we when did we stop paying?
I'll
Muschamp?
say,
I'm guessing we stopped paying Muschamp whenever we gave Beam his new deal.
Yeah,
I feel like that's probably
we
when
extended Beam to 20. We extended Beam to 2030, and we made that deal last year. So we'll be paying Beam till 2030.
And again, just look at what it even takes to earn that type of extension here. Like that a 9-4 season earned you an otherworldly extension. Like that's what it took.
At other institutions, man. That's
again. And I know, man, and trust me, if anybody understands where South Carolina is as a program amongst the national landscape is me. I do understand very well that we are not viewed well by the national media. We're not viewed well by other programs. We can have a year. People know there's talent here in the state. They come get it. They come get the talent all the time. So they know that. They know we're not gonna consistently be able to usurp the Bamas, the Georgias, you know what I'm saying? We won't be able to figure out how to beat those teams. We may have a year or two where we crack, or we may crack a window open, but we don't stay in that window very long. You see where we're at right now at 3-7. I can only way the only way I can see is that like they're not willing to go into the buyout market just yet. And I guess they do want to get because Bean just signed that extension. And because he just had a year, he had a solid year the year before. They want to give him a shot. But my whole thing is this: what's the record that would satisfy everyone? Like realistically,
like I said earlier, it has to be 11-1 for me. I know that's tough. I know that's tough.
And not only is it tough, it's impossible. Like it's not only just tough. It's like for that coach, that's just impossible to do.
Yeah.
Because that means you have to have discipline. Solid game plan, all this stuff for every game.
Say that first word one more time. Discipline. The church didn't hear you. Go ahead.
Discipline.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Church, y'all hear that? Church, did you hear? I'm the guest pastor hyping you up in the background. Church, did you hear?
I mean, you got a head coach, man. That is, and I don't know how I feel about this. The walking into the locker room at half. The pumping up,
motherfucker thought he won. Excuse my French. He thought he won the Super Bowl, y'all.
And I'm trying to figure out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm torn in between the two on this. Do I want to knock him for trying to get the little bit of a crowd that we had, the fans that travel? I don't know if I want to fully knock him for trying to amp up the crowd that travel all the way to Texas A&M. But but you do understand when you do this.
You better win.
Boy, you better come out and drop 60. You dropped 30 in the first half. You better come out and drop. You better come out and drop 60.
Tease. Did they even score a point?
No.
You know what's sad? You know when they went on that fourth down? Had they just kicked the field goal, you would have won by 2. You was in makeable range too. That's the crazy part. I don't know what you was thinking of.
I'm gonna be real, bro. Nobody on this staff is worth me fighting for to stay. I would have said Clayton White. If you asked me any other week, it would have been Clayton White.
And what the defense was doing, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the live stats. I'm looking at 46-yard haymaker, 30-yard bomb. I'm calling you. I'm like, what? I'm not even watching the game. I just woke up. Mind you, guys, I slept through the first half. I was like, this is a blowout. I'm not about to waste my time, y'all. I literally did a shift that Friday going into Saturday morning. But when I tune in, I'm looking at the second half. Hold on, what's this 70-yard run? What's this? DBs running into each other. You know, what the hell? Like, that had to be it. No, it is. It's the worst collapse in South Carolina history. How Beam survived this, Beam, you are I don't know what emails you got. I don't know what tea you got, but bro, how did you survive
I would tell
this?
the naughty man, how can you keep looking at us in the face as a fan base, as a supporter base, and tell us this is the guy that is meant to lead this program after that game? When you play Coastal, and Coastal Coastal will put that shit on your ass. And if they do, matter of fact, when they do, what are you going to tell me then? What are you going to say? I need to know. What will the response be?
We gotta have a statement. We have to have a state of a Gamecock address or something. Just
Because
we
you
need
gotta come holler at me.
Yeah, talk
You got to come holler at me.
I'm understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be understanding. I'm really not trying to be all up in arms and ranting and raving, banging on tables. I don't care that much anymore. Truth be told, you not giving me a reason to really have any type of vigor about y'all. But like you said, man, it's got to be better than this. I know, and for people that saying like, man, like we're gonna go out and get a coach with no P5 experience, brother. Shane didn't have a head coaching experience.
None.
Let's start
Zero.
there.
Nothing.
Let's start there. He didn't have any head coaching experience,
Yep.
and you allowed him to come into this program. I can let James Madison head coach come coach my program. North Texas is head coach. He can come coach my program. I at least know they have a basis of how they want to operate a team.
Yeah.
Now whether it'll work at this level, who knows?
Yeah.
Billy Napier didn't work. I kind of thought Billy Napier would be a surefire work.
And he got Power 5. He got Power 5 experience. He was on the Saban team.
Yeah. So it's not. So I'm not running away from. I'm not willing to stand pat and watch us be terrible because we just don't know, brother. What we do know is we're at the bottom of the SEC.
Yeah.
We're one of the worst programs within the state of South Carolina.
Yep.
And we have a head coach who doesn't have a clue as to how to find some consistency with his teams. What I said a couple weeks ago, the only consistent thing about Shane Beamer's teams is that they're inconsistent.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
You tell me the redeeming quality of Shane Beamer as a head coach, and I'm gonna call you a liar. I'm gonna call you a liar. Because tell me the redeeming quality of what he's done at this program, please. Please.
I have a better question. Man. And this is what the new AD need to ask Shane Beamer. And if he give you a BS answer or say as well one time, kick his ass out the door. But what is the identity? What is your identity? What is it, man? What is it?
When I tell you, since we've started this channel, me and D have had this same discussion for years. On the old channel and on this current iteration of the channel, we've had the same conversation for years as to what is the identity of a Shane Beamer football team. We do not know. Last year we had one. The best year you had an identity last year. Last year the defense was, you had a strong defense, you had a running game, you had a quarterback that was athletic. We're gonna use his running ability. We're gonna work our tight ends.
I'll tell you the identity. NFL pro. He wants to run an NFL team so damn bad and it ain't work. You got lucky last year. But he's up in App State and they want his ass gone.
Yeah. You haven't even hit Satterfield's no longer at Nebraska.
He got downgraded to a tight ends coach.
Oh, of course. The guy that was supposed to help lead my program is downgraded to a tight ends coach.
Matthew Rule. Matthew Rule, who sucks against top 5 ranked teams.
Yeah.
Thinks 2-26 or something against ranked teams.
Right. Darryl Loggins, who was bad in the NFL, been bad in college, caught fire, caught a 6-game window of being great. Mm-hmm. That was enough to get him hired as a head coach at App State, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. For a program as storied as App State, cannot believe they made that decision. You went
from Eli Drinkwitz to Darryl Loggins. And Elijah Drinkwitz, he's having his. He have Missouri at least, if not in the playoff hunt or in the playoff conversation every year. Will he get that? No, because the schedule's tough. It's tough. Missouri got a tough schedule just like us, but at least they're in the conversations.
At least
he knows the identity of a team. He finding guys in the portal, gems. Ahmad Hardy, think he went from a JUCO in Mississippi or something like that. Mm-hmm. A dog, but and then we get to Mike Shula, which. I know it's a selling point. I know this. It's tease. I bet Beamer just did backflips when he heard it. He said, "Oh man, that's the guy that Cam Newton went 15-1 with." Man, Norris plays just like Cam Newton. Yeah, this is gonna work here. Cam Newton is a generational talent.
Yeah.
Cam Newton took Auburn to the national championship, and I bet you can't name 5 players outside of him and Nick Fairley on that Auburn team. I bet you can't name. If you can name 5 people on that Auburn team, you a diehard Auburn fan, or you a damn lie. Or you using Google.
I ain't gonna lie. I could name it, but I know. But look, I'm a football. Yeah. I would like to call myself a football fan.
You're football.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I study the game, but you know what I'm saying? Like you said, yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll tell this. I'll say this, and we can move on. Okay, we can move on to something else. I tell fans, don't be afraid of change. Do not be afraid of it. Don't run from it. It's got to happen. We at some point. I mean, how many more years of generations of Gamecock fans do y'all want to see not win anything? That's all. I mean, some of us got, bro. I got homies with kids already, and they kids ain't never gonna see their team win anything. Like, you know, you gotta. I like just don't be afraid of making the changes, man. I'm not afraid of it. I'm ready for it if it happens. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all right now, this podcast, look, man, we ain't Meow Mix. We ain't quitting. But I'll tell y'all won't hear from us a whole lot.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about much. Like I said, next season is going to be
you right. Prove
it's gonna have to be a Black Magic-esque season for me to believe wherever the hell Shane Beamer is cooking in the kitchen.
I probably still won't believe then. Hey, you'll have to do it for 2 more seasons for me to start believing. Like that, and that's my thing.
You're right. That's how I get, and that's how I get let down. Cause watching 2027, it'll be another 3-8 or 3-7 season in 2027.
So, whatever, man. Whatever, dog.
Next,
whatever. I'll say this real quick. So my homegirl, she's an Eagles fan, right? And it's like an Eagles bar here in Charlotte. So I decided to go out to the Eagles game. You know what I'm saying? You watch the Eagles game and everything. Probably the first time I really sat and watched them boys since like early in the season. And I gotta say, man, Kevin Patullo has to get fired.
The OC, that's the OC, right?
The OC, yeah, it is bad. It is bad. It may be just because of injury. Like the offensive line isn't the same. That isn't nearly the same unit as last year. Obviously, you have guys that have gotten injured, guys that aren't there. Like Mekhi Becton leaving. I don't think anybody thought Mekhi Becton leaving would have such a huge, would put such a huge dent in that offensive line, but it has, and it's pretty bad. Jalen Hurts, dude, every deep ball I saw was uncatchable. You had some early drops by the receivers, but most of the deep balls that I saw were uncatchable. He's not giving guys that much of a shot. They don't have it with Saquon either. If any team could find a way to score more than 20 points against them, they probably would lose. That would likely be the answer. It's that bad. It's that bad. It's that you wouldn't watching them play off. They make that it made my eyes bleed. Dog. I ain't gonna front with you. It was bad. It was actually.
And we watched Gamecock football, this year. So that's.
But it correlates to that. It correlates to watching South Carolina Mike Shula their offense. That's what it looked like. That's just how bad it was. Now, what I will say is that defense improved immensely from the start of the season, and that defense.
So the defense is carrying them. Got it.
Oh yeah. Big carry job right here. Big carry job. That defense right now for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm being this about as fair as I can to y'all boys. I'm trying. I know y'all boys like to say I don't be giving Hurts no respect, but he got to do something. Something's got to happen. Now I don't think it's all his fault, but we'll get into that. That defense is good enough to win Super Bowl right now. That defense, and I'm just to be real. If they have home field advantage, if they get the number 1 seed and get home field advantage, nobody's gonna go there and beat them. I'm gonna just go ahead. I'll say it right. Nobody's going there to beat them if they're playing in Philly. If you get them on the road somewhere, then maybe. Like you got your chances, but
you got to think these past couple of years, man. All the really majority of the Eagles draft, they draft all the blue chip guys out of Georgia and Alabama, and they draft all the blue chip guys out of the SEC, and then they got a couple DBs from Iowa and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they know how to draft some dogs. So I mean, the defense not shocking to me.
No.
I saw AJ Brown AJ Brown's openly saying, "Yo, this offense sucks." Like AJ Brown was a top 5 receiver 2 years ago.
Yes.
Now he's like
one of my favorites to watch. Personally, one of my favorites.
Absolutely, because like that's how we want our guy Excel to be like,
Big
same
body,
type, same
dominant vertically down the field. Like,
yes.
yeah, I love that, bro. Yeah.
But yeah, AJ Brown has been open about, hey man, you got me on fantasy, drop me. And with 6 games left too, bro, like, yeah,
he jumping on he jumping on stream with streamers saying and telling them, boy, like, bro, this is terrible, bro. I'm doing work is terrible right now.
Terribly, yeah, terrible. And if I'm like literally, if I'm the Eagles, I would not make the same mistake the Titans made with AJ Brown, dog. I was like, we got to get an OC to get not just AJ Brown, but we like literally you got cheat codes at receiver. You got Vontae Smith, shifty, fast receiver. AJ Brown, vertical threat, and you got Saquon Barkley that can show he still got it, still look like his Penn State days.
Bro, and here's the thing I'll say. Now this is the tough part for Jalen Hurts that I think people don't talk about, and I think he deserves grace in this sense. He has not had an OC consistently since his college.
They always do so good. They they leave him.
He gets guys jobs. He's automatic. He's automatic. We're helping guys get jobs. I think he plays because I think Jalen Hurts plays within the system that you give me. If you give him the right stuff, Jalen Hurts is gonna play within that. He ain't gonna play too much outside the frame of it, and he's gonna do what you're asking for. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say. I just don't believe that a guy like Shane Steichen had Jalen Hurts in the MVP conversation. That was the Jalen Hurts we thought we were gonna continuously get from the years to follow, and that just has not happened. And I think a lot of it has to do with having to calibrate to a new OC each and every season because every OC I get is getting a new job or going to somebody else's staff or something. Something's happening where I don't get to keep my OC for a consistent basis. Now Patullo, he'll get to keep Patullo if they so choose to. If I'm Nick Sirianni, I'm getting rid of that. The only like I know people say Jalen Hurts is a system QB. Unless the system is coming from Nick Sirianni himself, I gotta assume that's where this like the bones and the structure of the offense is coming from Nick Sirianni, and the OC is just being plugged in to help run it. Like just for the simple fact of I'm not gonna call my own plays if I'm Nick Sirianni. I guess that would be the mindset behind it. But other than that, man, I think Patullo that's just not the answer, dog. Between the offensive line, between the struggle Jalen Hurts is having passing outside the numbers, and not being able to run the ball consistently, that offense is. When the playoffs start, that'll be the worst offense in the playoffs. At least as of the start. Now there are 6 games left. You know what I'm saying? 6-7 games left. We'll see if they can figure it out. It's not over. It's not like they can't find the middle ground. The only thing they have to do is find a middle ground. They don't have to get too high. You just can't be on the floor. But that defense may be damn near good enough to take you to one. Like if you get the bye, you only got to win 2 games to get to the bowl at that point. So is that Philly team good enough to get you two wins to get to the? Hell yeah, for sure they're good enough. But I don't know if they're gonna. It's just the question is finding that consistency on offense. I don't know if at this point they can find it, but we shall see. We shall see. NBA wise, though, I gotta talk about your boy. God damn, son.
What up, Spurs?
Yeah, bro. Wemby.
Handle business. Handle business yesterday. No Wemby, no none of that. Handle business. I mean, it's just the Kings, but the Kings. Man, I think the Kings about to do. You could tell a fire sale is on the way. With the Kings, man, but us Spurs, man, we got to keep this momentum going, bro. I think the West is wide open, man. But the Thunder,
I'm be honest, it's not, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The West is one team. The West has one team that is like the team. We're all fighting for second place. I'm gonna be real with you.
You saying Thunder already got suit? No, no one sees secured. Yeah,
bro. Yeah. I just watched how. Dog, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I knew they was going to do us bad. Because I said, bro, how they play defense. They have so many guys that they can just rotate in. And they all play the same caliber of defense. On ball, hounding your ass all night. You will struggle to get this ball past half court. You will have to see us every possession. You ain't getting nothing free. And we got a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And we got a dog over there that feel like he Kobe Bryant and gonna go get a consistent 30, an efficient 30 on your head top every night. That's not even to mention we got a 7-footer in Chet that is figuring out his offensive game, getting more consistent, and we also have Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, dog, where are you gonna score at?
Well,
Can you score on the perimeter
Chet,
on this team?
Well, Chet seeing Wemby did all that off-season work. He's like, this guy trying to catch up.
Chet got in his bag this summer, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Now he not Wemby. Not here's my thing. I don't. And we had this conversation a few months ago during the summer. Like there's I don't think people understand where Wemby. Like Wemby doesn't have a peer amongst his age group. Like he doesn't really have a peer. He's like 19, 20 years old. He doesn't have a peer amongst him. Chet is Chet is solid. Chet, I ain't saying Chet gonna be an all-star. Chet can be an all-NBA player, but Chet probably has still never reached the heights of where I think Wemby's gonna reach. Wemby's a real number one. Like he's a real number one. He's a real generational guy. Like Chet can have a great career, but I think Wemby is just like, bro, that's a once in a lifetime type of player at that size to do what he does and to put the work in that he put in to improve and do exactly like, bro, get to the rack. F all that. I mean, he can still shoot the rock, but get to the damn rack. You know what I'm saying? You don't them folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't.
I mean, it's really a tough debate. I honestly think, y'all can catch up. I think the Lakers can catch up 2-2. Cause y'all doing good. This thing, y'all gotta have it's an uncomfortable conversation. But like, what y'all gonna do with LeBron? Y'all cooking without him?
There's a ceiling. Maybe. There's a ceiling with this team without LeBron, and you saw that against OKC. OKC was a great example of why you still need that man, because you can't beat OKC without him.
Yeah.
Offensively and defensively, you can't beat that team without him. Like that's a guy that there is no great matchup for him. Like, as many times that we talk about, like, remember how the legend of Kawhi grew because of that NBA Finals where LeBron still averaged 30, and people were like, people were saying like, oh man, Kawhi's the LeBron stopper. Well, stop in what sense? Like, he slow it down, I guess. Yeah, I mean, for sure, I guess. But like stop? No. And that's where
we just need Kawhi you on Bron. That's your sign.
Yeah, you on Bron. You take that matchup all night, every night. And when you play a team like an OKC that has that many guys that can go defend, you need a guy that's great at erasing matchups. That's still him. He's still the guy that you ain't got nobody over there that can go take Bron one-on-one and stop for a full game.
Not one time.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where you still need that, because as much as I love Luka and Austin Reeves, dog, obviously that they don't play defense to that caliber where they play how they play offense. So that's not you know what I'm saying. And LeBron's such a universal player in terms of of things that he can do. His ability to be able to mold to whatever the team needs. If he needs to run the point and be the point guard, he can do it. If he needs to be the number one scorer, he can do it. It's all about what JJ Redick is gonna ask of him once he gets back. You know what I'm saying? What is gonna be asked of LeBron, and what does this team truly need? LeBron still needs to be around 20 points a night still. Still, I think he still needs that. I think but also, I mean, because you're gonna need guys to take that offensive pressure off of Luka and AR, because those two alone, this is team basketball now. This ain't the Big Three era. You know what I'm saying? You need a team effort to be able to, you know what I'm saying? So I will figure it out though. I'm interested to see how it works. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I have no idea what it's gonna look like, but I know LeBron still plays a pivotal piece in what you can do. I think the bench scoring will get helped out a lot, because you'll have to move some guys back to the bench. Guys like Rui may have to go back to the bench, and that unit gets probably exponentially better once LeBron gets back. But if I had to tell everybody one thing, we're all playing second fiddle to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Bro. And that's the same thing. Circling back to us, that's the same thing. Like, honestly, we thank goodness De'Aaron Fox is back. Believe it or not, in the Spurs fan base, there was like when Dylan Harper was cooking, before he had got hurt. Mm-hmm. They wanted to trade De'Aaron Fox. And I'm like, pump your brakes. Cut that out.
Too early in the season to be talking about that, man.
Exactly. I'm like, De'Aaron Fox is a Texas guy. He he obviously you can tell he been wanting to play for the Spurs, and you just don't you don't take that away from Stephon Castle and Wemby and De'Aaron Fox.
That's a tough team to go play with De'Aaron Fox at
Absolutely, that's the best chance. It gives us the best chance to win, the best chance to at least if we want to get a deep playoff push or just compete with teams like the Lakers, the Thunder, Nuggets. Can't forget about the Nuggets, y'all. Let's not forget about the Nuggets. Nuggets can sneak in there. So, matter of fact, and also since we're on the topic of it, I ain't paying much attention to the East like that, but the Pacers. Do you think they tanking? Wow, for indeed. But until Halliburton get back, like think about it, bro. They are in play. They are in play to get a lottery pick, and they can be nasty in 2. They can be back nasty in 2 years, man.
But to be real, bro. To be real, I think one thing we all learned is that Halliburton is much more important than what everybody can quantify to that team. I'm gonna look up Tankathon real quick, man. Hold on.
They up there. I don't know. Did the Hawks lose again? Hold on. Just you see,
so as of right now,
people like Teach, y'all. People like Teach, y'all. They don't get happy when the Hawks lose. But when the Hawks lose, it brings greatness from me. It makes me happy. You know why? Because we have their lottery pick. So I need to. When the last Hawks? Oh wait.
The Hawks have been playing well without.
Now they're 5? No.
Yeah. See, the problem here, y'all, and this is one. As we get close to the end of this episode, I just want to teach y'all all a little something right now. See, the problem is greed. Greed is a hell of a thing. You know what I'm saying? You got folks that just want it all. You know what I'm saying? Folks like Howie Roseman, they just want everybody. They want all the damn talent. They want all the players you can get. Folks like A. Smith want all the damn talent. You want Wemby, you want Stephon Castle, you want De'Aaron Fox, and you want a lottery pick, bro. Y'all boy. Look, bro. That's fine. All I can tell you is this, bro. It all comes to an end. It all comes to an end, brother. You know what I'm saying? All of that greed. It's not good for your body. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all hear the violin, y'all. Y'all hear the violin. I hear it.
Hey, man.
All I'm hearing is yapping. That's what's wrong with people like these, man. They don't want people to be successful here. They don't want. But what the Pacers at on the Tankathon?
Number 2. They 2. Yeah, 2. I think who was 1? Let me see. The Wizards are 1.
He might be in play for Boozer, man.
Yeah. No, they like, on Tankathon they got them taking Cam Booze from Duke. Boy, nice. I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of which,
Duke gonna keep some fire. That's the only good thing.
They always gonna keep.
They gonna keep.
They gonna keep a lotto pick on them. You better believe it. They gonna keep a lotto pick right there in the chamber, boy.
The clip.
You feel me, bro? You know what I'm saying? I look, man. I call Duke the NBA draft lottery national champions. That's what they are. They're not winning any real ones. They're gonna just keep winning these NBA lotto national championships. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the University of North Carolina Tar Heels will be winning. You know, we'll actually win one. We'll actually win something significant. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I don't really got a college basketball team like that, but I will follow like that. If any team I really like, I like BYU. What's my man name?
AJ Daba. The bastard.
Yeah, I can't even say his last name, but AJ.
Oh yeah, that boy nice with it too. But okay,
hey, so get ready to learn the Alamo. Get ready to learn the Alamo.
I hope not. Anyways, no. But this NBA draft, though, this upcoming NBA draft, though, I'm interested. Darren Peterson from Kansas, really nice.
Kansas.
Cam Booz, of course. Ozzy, AJ that we just spoke about. Those 3. I'm intrigued, boy. I'm intrigued by these young boys.
One of them will learn the Alamo. Mark my words, Jim Droppers fans. Mark my words. One of them will learn the Alamo. The Hawks is gonna do their Atlanta thing. You know, that's what we're gonna wish for. See, people like Tease, they don't wish for stuff like that. They don't want to wish. They don't want to see you happy. All right. I need to be greedy. I am being greedy. I want my Spurs to be great again. I want my Spurs to be great. So that's what we're gonna have. Matter of fact. Was it January 31st? The Hornets will learn the Alamo. I will be there. I will be there. Right. I'm going to learn. The Alamo will be learned in Charlotte. Yes.
All right, y'all. With that being said, I didn't even think we would get to an hour today. Yeah, because we really didn't have it. I didn't write anything down. But with that being said, it's Junk Drop for Sports.
Episode.
I'm your host, Shanti Stewart. This is my co-host, A. Smith. D. Stevenson, brother, we will be getting up with you soon. You know what I'm saying? Keep pounding.
Shout
you know
out
what I'm saying?
Shout out UVA.
Oh no, yeah, shout out UVA. Them boys won again this weekend. I can't wait for that boy to be in Charlotte because I will be pulling. If UVA makes the ACC title game, brother, I am pulling up.
Absolutely.
I'm there.
As you should.
I will be.
As
there.
you should.
You know what I'm
As
saying?
these should
So with
as
that,
well.
oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I know my boy gonna be down there. That boy gonna be clotting in. You feel me? With that being said, though, man,